don't know Laura? I hadn't seen her so long, and that's her name,
Oh,
Laura?
that makes it have a guess.
I guess. You made it smart, you know, I'm all embarrassed. You know.
To see her.
Okay, we're recording, so start the meeting, and the first item is the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Added agenda items.
I have nothing
Yeah,
extra.
me too. Good. I like that. So, acceptance of the minutes of September 24.
Motion to accept the minutes of September 24th, 2025 as submitted.
Second. Second. Discussions, omissions, corrections.
No.
Favorite.
Very good job.
Have none? Okay. In that case, all in favor of accepting the minutes?
Aye. I agree.
Opposed? Okay, communications. Any communications from your world, Kevin?
Nothing that is not covered underneath the superintendent's report.
Perfect. Thank you. Moving on, we do not have any scheduled visitor, public participation. Is there anyone from the public who would like to present themselves to the board? Does Mike make it?
No, he's not on yet.
Okay. Okay. So. Speed of applications. Anything new?
Nothing new this month.
Good. Okay, then we won't group any. Okay. So, number 10, that's where we are, so.
Okay, motion to suspend the regular meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to open public hearing on the moratorium of a multi-unit residential development.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public hearing is now open. I'll read the notice. Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority. Notice of a public hearing regarding a moratorium on multi-unit residential development. The Water Pollution Control Authority of the Town of East Windsor will hold a regular meeting starting at 6:30 p.m. at the Ewwpca Administration Building, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut, on Wednesday, October 29, 2025, during which a public hearing will be held regarding acceptance of applications for sewer connection approval for multi-unit residential developments. The Office of the Water Pollution Control Authority, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut, dated the 17th day of October, 2025. Paul Anderson, Chairman, Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority. Okay. So this is a staff presented item, correct?
Correct. What we're trying to do is just put a moratorium on giving any capacity request and or approving anything until we can work out the definitions of a condo and apartment for FCC charges. We do have a draft of what the definitions are. That's later on down the road, in the meeting.
Yep.
So this is just, once we get that up, the moratorium can be lifted and go forward. So right now there is nothing in the pipeline in the town other than the units that have been approved on Bridge Lane, but nobody has approached us with any applications.
Okay,
So right now, there's nothing out there.
Correct.
And we've not given somebody some wrong information if it should change.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
Good. No information at all, you're saying.
as in, yes. So nobody has approached us. The town has approved it, but they have not come to us looking for, hey, here's our request for connecting.
Right.
So,
Right.
so there is nothing there is nothing in front of us
Right.
at the moment.
He needs one more reason.
oh,
I-
doesn't matter, we can't discuss that.
Nothing to do with us.
No. Nope.
No.
Okay, so, anyone on the board have any questions of?
No.
None? Okay, this is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the public that has anything they wish to say, which includes anyone in this room? Hearing none, if there is nothing else on the board, then, we can close the public hearing.
Motion to close the public hearing and moratorium on a multi-unit residential development. Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just to throw,
Yes, sir.
like I said, it'll be lifted as soon as we work through the definitions and.
Right.
public
Yeah.
hearing.
Well, we know it's temporary.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we'll have to move on to the next public hearing.
Motion to open a public hearing on Aya Hospitality Group LLC, 151 Prospect Hill Road. Second.
We have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing is now open. I'll read the notice. Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority. The Water Pollution Control Authority of the Town of East Windsor will hold a regular meeting starting at 6:30 PM on Wednesday, October 29, 2025 at the Ewwpca Administration Building, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut. During this meeting, the following public hearing on the calculation and imposition of facility connection charges on the following properties will be heard. Our Hospitality Group LLC, 151 Prospect Hill Road, 1 EDU, $7,000. Copies of said proposed calculations are on file, open to public inspection at the office of the Water Pollution Control Authority, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut, dated this 17th day of October 2025. Paul Anderson, Chairman, Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority. Okay. So. Standard FCC thing. That's commercial.
It's commercial with one FCC. They haven't connected yet. They're getting ready to go and dig. That is the new Aldi's on Route 5 Prospect Hill Road.
Yeah, and they have not paid.
No, they paid.
Oh, they did pay?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, they haven't. No, I'm sorry. They have not paid yet.
oh,
He has not, they have not, I'm sorry. They have not.
it's not a problem. I
No.
just like to have the note. Okay. Okay. Is there anyone online representing the ARA group?
No.
No. Okay. Anybody on the board have questions? None, hearing none? Then we can close public hearing.
Motion to close public hearing for Aya Hospitality Group LLC, 151 Prospect Hill Road.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Public hearing is now closed.
Motion to resume the regular meeting.
Sorry.
As long as we're keeping track.
Yeah, every other one.
Recording secretary is gonna get this from a recording, so. So you seconded that first?
Yes.
Jimmy got it.
Okay, Jim Richards seconded that. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, regular meeting is resumed. Okay, get another one, action.
Action and moratorium for multi-unit motion approved, no, excuse me. Motion to approve moratorium on a multi-unit residential development.
I gotta second that one.
Yeah, so I can talk.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Did you second that?
Yeah, I
You
second
just
it.
did, yes.
Yeah.
Should this action wait till after we have the definition of the apartment? I'm just asking.
No, this is so we can have the,
Oh, okay,
we need to work on the definition, but we have to stop.
I'm just
No,
making sure.
He's right, because if we don't come up with a definition tonight, it could.
Yeah,
open the
that's
door,
fine
you
with
know.
me. Yeah,
I
I'm
agree.
just,
Okay,
This is the
Good.
moratorium, what we're saying.
Yeah.
right,
yeah,
It'd be the shortest moratorium in history if you want.
yes,
well, we'll see. Okay,
okay.
one thing at a time.
Yep.
Okay, any further discussion or questions? Hearing none?
No.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, unanimous. Where are we? Okay, we got one more.
Um,
13.
yes, motion to impose the facility connection charges for Area Hospitality Group LLC. 151 Prospect Hill Road, and the amount published.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none?
No.
All in favor?
I
Right,
Opposed? Okay, unanimous. Okay, now we'll go to unfinished business, definition of an apartment and a condo for facility connection charges.
or.
Okay, we got your money's worth.
Oh.
Classified information. Well, probably like it there.
I'll let you guys read it first.
Condo definition here. Well.
It is based off statute, it's, these two definitions are actually taken from a local community across the river,
Yeah.
but it does go back to those definitions. They're putting things on TV, so I did.
Yeah, as you're getting old.
You're right.
Right, I'm not an old part like. We should be sitting on the porch drinking.
Actually, I have one.
There
we go.
Okay, so.
If there are no questions or anything you'd like to see change, yes. Go ahead.
Starting line 2 where it says condominium.
Yes.
And it might even be applied to the apartment, but 2 separate dwelling units contained within the exterior walls of said building. we have condos in town that are not connected to each other.
Freestanders.
Yes. Yeah, oh yeah. I would say probably a good percentage of them are.
But they're standalone, they're separate buildings and they're gonna get whacked anyway.
No,
Separate
this,
connections
the
for each one.
definition though says that it has to. It doesn't say can be. You gotta watch when it's all, that's what I see. And same thing with the apartment. I don't know the configuration of an apartment complex. What if they built it where they had the apartments, but each apartment had a little alleyway? You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know what a design is. That one I'd be less concerned about, because usually apartments are connected,
Right.
but condos are not. There's PUDs and there's the other, I forget all the proper terms, I'm sorry.
No,
But that would be the concern with the condo. Other than that, it looks fine. I mean, I don't see anything else that would make it any different.
It's gonna be a problem.
let me, I'll look into the freestanding condo with the town planner. And see what the definition is, or how they define it.
Well, I don't know if they have them, because the condominiums are actually not allowed except by special permit, which means if I wanted to build condos in East Windsor, I have to have a design in place. So it's gonna depend who the planner is. And
No,
who's
I
in
mean, our
charge.
town planner.
Right,
Yeah, I'll. Let me reach out to her and see from that, cause. It's tough with a freestanding condo, cause it's like a house, but you don't own it.
right. So maybe it should be,
Well, you do, you just don't own the land.
Land underneath it.
You own the
right,
house
so,
behind
so
it.
maybe
Isn't that like
that's.
Laurel View Estate.
Yeah. you're
Right,
right up the
and
street.
here's where I'm getting at, maybe it should, not regards to dwelling and walls, but being part of a. Complex, for lack of a better term, I'm sure there's a better term for it, Kevin,
Okay, no,
but, you know, being part of an association where you don't own the land. That would be a condominium. And that's by real estate law, that's where I would probably go, is look at real estate law in regards to that.
Yeah, that's
Mike
why.
Lanza might actually.
yeah,
know that.
I'll reach out to Mike.
To me, the statutory definition of a condominium may be the most important piece. They probably didn't leave that out.
But there's actually, for a condominium though, there's like 5 definitions, that's why I was saying PUD is one of them.
Yeah, that could be. I got
Well,
you.
no,
No,
I'm recalling that.
And so, it could be as defined in state statute, blah, 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 and you don't have to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm sure
But
that's-
except for that, I find the rest of this, and this is just me talking, the rest of it makes complete sense. If there's an office, if there's,
Absolutely.
you know. So I think it has to do more with just that 2 separate. Apartments, I wouldn't be as worried, because usually they are connected. I'd be willing to chance that.
okay,
Right.
okay. I will rework it.
And that will actually help further define the difference between a condo and apartment.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
I'll rework that condominium definition. for the next
That'll
meeting.
be fantastic. Okay. And that isn't that far away. Early meeting right now.
Poor turkeys. Gonna have 8 of them this year. Save a bird, eat a pig.
We won't be doing that motion. Turkey's cheaper.
We have the,
So can you, whoa, 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 look at that.
well, one of. Tax or. Oh, we don't have a motion for that. Yeah, we got it. I'm just looking at it.
Okay.
So anyhow, that brings us to the discussion of using tax serve for delinquent collection.
Would you like to talk? Would you mind?
Well, Mike Lanza was going to reach out to them
Yeah.
concerning the contract. I haven't heard back from him. I did get an email this afternoon asking me to call him tomorrow.
Okay. Well, okay, but
Well, there was some question on whether we needed our own contract or whether we're gonna go on the town.
fold into some deal, yes. And
And town uses them.
what's, yeah,
Right.
Yeah, understand that, but a contract's a contract, so are we gonna be part of that contract, or we're gonna have our own contract?
Right.
And what's the most appropriate?
Yeah, more legalese.
And I think once you figure, but
Yeah,
unfortunately, that's
you're
the
right.
world,
You're right.
and then.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hi,
Hi,
Mike.
Mike.
I just walked in. So are you talking about that contract for the bill collection?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I reviewed the contract and I spoke to the person that's the representative for the company. She sent me a contract specifically for the WPCA. I reviewed it and I think it's pretty good. There's a couple minor things I would like to change. I just wanted to run it by Laura. Unfortunately, I haven't connected with her. My bad. So, Laura, I sent you something this afternoon. Unfortunately, it was after you had left. So let's talk about it tomorrow. But I think it sounds like a good idea, and I think it will work.
Okay, great. I'll give you a call tomorrow.
So that I think that will work, guys. That's my only input.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
well, I don't wanna just leave it alone now, because. The contract's gonna require signing.
Yes, it's supposed to be the way they have it set up, and I don't know if this is the way you want it. They have it set up to be signed by the superintendent.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's how you
I
want
like
to do
that.
it.
No, I like that.
Good.
Unless there's an objection, that's a great way to go.
Right, so we'll
No,
wait.
no objection.
Well, I'm just looking at.
No, no,
saving time.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's
Frank,
good.
it's not anymore.
Well, we
So-
do need to make a
Okay.
motion for that, to authorize the superintendent to sign.
Was that your motion?
I'll
I guess
second,
that's what it is.
I'll second your motion.
We have a second to that.
Was that
motion.
loud enough that she got that on the recording?
Say it again, Richard.
Make a motion to authorize the superintendent to sign the contract with tax serve when approved by our attorneys.
Second.
There you go. Okay. Discussion.
Yes, I just have one more thing to say. I
Yes,
think
sir.
the only part of the contract, Laura, that I don't think is terrific is I think we should have the ultimate right to cancel at any time. They want to only have it for cause. I think we should have the right to cancel it if we want to, give them with proper notice. That was my only real objection to it. So I'll talk about that, Laura, with them, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, other than that. Is there anything anybody else has a problem?
No, I think that's a good way to go, get her done.
If not, then I'll call for a vote on the motion.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, unanimous. We'll get it done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, bill sheet review is the next item. It's not asterisk. So. No, you got a lot of detail, but the overall. 32% of the year gone and 27% of the money spent.
Did we want to do IT staffs?
Oh, I missed it. I apologize.
Well, not that I have any.
I can't
clue.
see either.
This is when I take my nap during the.
Okay. Oh, yes, IT status.
Working on getting, John Ferentz has been working with the antivirus software, getting everything up to date. Also, we have a couple of computers with the old version of Windows that have been updated.
Oh, nice.
So I think we're all finally caught up.
That's great. Version 11.
I think so.
Yeah, so we all get to suffer equally.
Yes, yes, we do.
Okay. All right, so now we go to the bill sheet review. So anyhow, yeah, that's our budget. What it doesn't show is where we stand on the funds for the budget. Well, I'm sure we have it, but trying to read these things, not my favorite. It's all tiny type. So. So where do we stand?
As in how much is left in the,
How much money we have compared to how much money we spent?
I have not got updated sheets from
Okay,
Kim in the finance department, but I usually get them at the end of the month.
yeah, that's fine. No, so that's, go over that, but I just, you know, always concerned about the,
How much is left?
non-collected funds also. We know we have more money coming in. But that's important. Is there any questions on, energy expenditures or anything? No. Explain next one. That's an option.
true.
It's an option. It doesn't go away just because. There is no problem there. The rest of them was to the superintendent's report.
For the month of October, we met all our NEPDES permits and testing. Our lab personnel, Kim, did all the lab tests, does the process control. We, met all our limits for the month, and so we are good on that end. Today, Alan Aldridge passed his class 2,
Nice.
so he's moving on up.
Wow.
Chlorination season has ended. We switched clarifiers for winter mode. Working on Perry Lane Pump Station. Hopefully we've had some employees in and out of the office for various reasons. So hopefully next month we'll have a full crew so we can attack that before winter. Grease removal from pump stations, last round before the winter shows up. Finished up cleaning Trombley Road sewer with our jet truck. Well, I would say Alan Aldridge is in a training review class, but he passes too, so he is good. Met with Dave Prickett, the engineer who did the report on 247 South Water Street sewer incident. We were talking about things to pass along to the attorney. Still working on the Vector storage for the winter. I don't know if it's going to happen. We were trying with the storage place up the road, and they backed out as of yesterday. So kind of in a bind, especially since November is literally next week. I attended the Connecticut Water Environmental Association's fall meeting. They were talking about the legislative session. A thing that came up were steep grants for local communities. I don't know where East Windsor does with steep grants. It says we qualify, but we don't do anything. I didn't really dig deep into that. That's more of a selectman thing.
Yeah.
I like to talk and figure out what's going on and see if why or why not we're going that way. And I don't watch the selectmen's meeting, so I couldn't tell you. But
That's fair.
one of the things is we can look at funding to try to work on either the road or something at the plant if we can tie it back to economic development. So that's one thing that came out of there.
Okay.
The other thing that's coming out is with the new legislative session, they're gonna be looking at affordable housing and changing the regulations and looking at all that. One of the things they're looking at is doing actually a possible sewer capacity study for the state to start looking at the housing. So who's got capacity, who doesn't, and let's see where we can put some housing. So stay tuned because I don't know what's happening with that one. South Water Street down the road, we just had to do a repair. There was a crushed line. Looks like it got crushed when they put in the water main, or the damage started back then. I do not know how long ago they put in that water main. I know it's been over a year because that road hasn't been cut since I've been here. So I've reached out to Connecticut Water. I'm waiting for some contact to call me back to see if we can at least discuss some kind of reimbursement. Safety training, we went over some con OSHA programs, personal protective equipment and job safety analysis, and emergency action plan, which included if we had an issue with fire, chemical, or active shooter. Quite interesting training and how we had to go over everything. Last week we created a YouTube page, so we actually have a East Windsor Water Pollution Control YouTube page, and we have 3 years of Zoom meetings on there. So,
Send me the links to that page in an email.
On the town website.
No, I know, but I wanna get from Kevin.
I have to find it myself.
Well, there we go.
No,
There we go.
I set it up, but it automatically pops up in my browser.
I
Yeah,
know it's
that's
gonna
okay.
work. I'm gonna make it.
Email it out. that'll
No,
be
I will
easy.
email.
That's
That's all you're gonna do.
Like,
Send it out, that'll be fine. Yep.
And that is all I have for my report this morning.
question on the capacity thing with the states. Are we, and I don't know how we promote it ourselves. Have we decided as an entity how much we wanna keep for commercial versus housing? I mean, is that profit versus losses?
So there was Ed Ed had done a report a while ago when he
Uh-huh.
was here for the last town planner. And he kind of broken it out with what properties were available and, you know, what can get sewered. Since then, some of those properties have been bought up and paved over.
Okay,
So that kind of takes them off the list. There are a couple of commercial properties outside the sewer service area that will probably never be developed because they're right by the old railroad track. So you got the solar panels and the gun club right there. So kind of, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. And
Mhm.
really anything that's left is what's ever in the industrial park. And we haven't allocated anything specifically to so much here, so much there.
my concern is the town spent a lot of time keeping farmland, even though the state decided they wanted a nuclear storage. And they wanted a shooting range, and now we have solar panels. I'm concerned the state will come in and somehow make us take more housing. Which is not necessarily what we want, but because our sewer plant can have the capacity. So the report that Ed did at that point would be of value because it would demonstrate that we have, only so much capacity if we're gonna follow our economic development plans. So you see where I'm getting with this with.
I do, but I'm gonna look at it from a different approach.
Okay.
I don't think the state's gonna force any housing on East Windsor.
Okay,
I think it has more than its fair share
okay,
versus other towns. We do have a lot of extra capacity.
right.
That is the issue, but I don't foresee the state forcing us just because of the economic situation and how much housing
Okay,
East Windsor already has. I think they're looking more down towards the coastline and places that have been fighting it and saying we don't have the capacity.
understand that completely. I'm just concerned because that's how East Windsor got these things they're getting.
Right.
And I don't want it to happen because we weren't, like Ed's report, we could at least use that as evidence of future if we still have things that might be in the pipeline. So maybe it's something we can
Right.
visit, maybe.
But just in our future growth,
Okay,
we're probably looking at a lot of housing units in the next 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
Not so much industrial. Just be. I can't answer why, but I can tell you the housing unit wise.
All money.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot.
okay,
Even our neighbor next door to us is seeing a lot as well.
I agree.
So, I mean, in all honesty, on a good day, we're 3/4 full on one side of the plant, and that still leaves another half of the plant. So you're looking at, if we had to turn on the other side, that's 1 million gallon capacity right there. Right now, we're running about 750,000 on the other side. So we still have another 250,000 plus gallons.
Right, but if you get a siting council,
I-
that's only looking at numbers. I'm just talking.
No,
You're
What
right.
my concern.
but I would honestly see there would be exceptions for towns that have already have more than their fair share. Just like some of the 830G, don't quote me to those numbers, has exemptions, and we would be exempt from that just because we probably meet those numbers. There are towns that are exempt from it.
Right.
Because
we
they
do-
already meet.
We do have it, we do have.
So I mean, I would see those guidelines coming that way.
Okay.
I think the state really wants to push the affordable housing issue more towards the other side of the state. This side, or the Connecticut River corridor, the 90
Right.
corridor, most of towns
Reach the capacity or above and beyond.
have more than their appropriate share of the affordable housing.
Okay,
Cause I think like I said, and I know there's one town on the coast that legitimately does have an issue. And when a developer comes in to build houses or something, they have to go in and remove inflow and infiltration from the sewer line before they are allowed to do it. So they legit have a capacity issue, and they know, and that, but some other towns could be calling it, and this, I think, wants to finally look at it. but
yeah.
who
I'm
knows?
just looking at some point in the future, probably 10, 15 years down the road, the sewer plant might need to expand. But if we don't have the revenue to do that, it's just, I'm trying to think further down. And my concern
No,
is the state using up capacity and us not making enough revenue.
I think if the state is gonna start forcing towns to do it, I think they're gonna have to start throwing money at it too.
Okay,
That would be like I said, I know from like I said, there are some places that could use the money to build out their capacity, but the question is the state can spend the money. But I would be surprised if the state would force it on us just because we have capacity. They'd have to put some really good financial.
all right,
incentives
fair
behind it.
enough. The other thing is the vector storage. So we have nowhere to store it again, right?
No, I literally I called the guy on Monday and he was like, well, my buddies are gonna rent it out now instead, and he came up with different reasons why, and I'm just like, I'm gonna actually go back to him because I found out he has 2 open bays that he hasn't rented, but for the price he's looking for, I can't justify spending that money.
If we don't store it, what are we going to do? I'm being
Well,
devil's advocate.
No, we'll do like we do the last couple of years. We're gonna end up draining all the water and covering over certain parts and trying to keep it heated, and we keep the block heater plugged in. It would
Okay.
take a little bit longer to go out. We'd have to fill it with water to make sure I mean, we started it on a regular basis to make sure it would start. We've been very fortunate. We've had mild winters.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to call around again to see what's out there, but like I said, unfortunately, it's November. If I had known this in September, I'd have a better.
Well, and you can't change what's reality. You
Right.
can't
No, you
spend-
can't.
you can't spend an arm and a leg to protect it. So.
Yeah, I'm really hoping. Like I said, I had talked to the person who was working there. They just had 2 bays open up, and he's really trying to rent them out. But I'm really gonna see if we can strike some kind of deal, at least for a couple months. I'm hoping it's something better than nothing scenario.
Right, okay.
I'm hoping, but
You're talking about Cal Myers.
Who?
Cal Myers,
Where's that one, right? Down
Main Street, Rutherford.
I have not.
I got a potato warehouse with a door big enough.
The-
I don't, if you're not gonna be running in
Yeah.
and out every day.
Well, we had discussed putting it in some kind of shed or something like that. The only concern we have is rodent issues. That was the only issue, was rodents, and our thing is we need 24/7 access. That's what was nice up here, is we were getting that, so that's our other challenge.
Okay.
So,
No, do what you gotta do. I'm done.
Yeah.
with it.
oh no,
Around the house.
Feeling good.
trust me, my heart sank when he called.
Pain in the neck in the middle of the winter, and probably sitting inside, and try to put water in and use it,
Yeah.
that's asking for trouble.
Keeps it exciting at the sewer plant, and you know.
They don't need to know. Good idea.
I take it we don't have any planned transfers?
No transfers.
Okay. So I have a question for our legal counsel.
Mike, you still there? Mike?
Oh, Mike.
Steve's on.
You go, Mike.
Mike, can you hear us?
Oh dear, yes, we know, he wandered off.
Yeah, don't.
Hello?
Still there.
No, he is. Oh, I think he may be mute.
Okay, I couldn't seem to get rid of the mute.
There you go. Okay, that'll do it. I have a very simple question for you, Mike.
Yes.
Is there any new information that we need to go into executive session on the sewer break project?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure, otherwise I was gonna not do it. Okay, then we will do that.
Okay.
Motion to enter executive session to include staff. Second.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor? All right.
Oh, let me see if I can. No, I gotta see if I can. That's a good question.
Oh, no, you'd have to start it over.
Oh, hold on.
Nobody else could.
Oh.
I think there's some people on.
No,
Shut up.
Mike, I am working on it now.
We're gonna
Yeah.
change that.
I'm working on getting rid of. I got rid of one. I gotta get rid of this one, which,
Stop recording.
yep.
Great, good selling point.